Let's get you international news. The news from Sri Lanka, where President Gotabaya Rajapaksa reportedly fled his official residence as protesters surrounded the house in Colombo. Developments were reported just shortly after the Sri Lankan police fired tear gas at protesters in the commercial capital to control thousands gathered for one of the largest anti-government marches in the crisis-hit country. This year, the president, according to some sources, was escorted to safety, and the sources also saying that troops fired in the air to prevent angry crowds from overrunning the president's palace. Well, let's go across to Shrija now for more. And Shrija, this is the latest, development in the crisis that Sri Lanka is reeling from. What are you hearing? What are the details?
Well, these protests have been planned for the last at least 1 week or so. And we understand from our sources, highly placed sources, there were intelligence report that Gotabaya Rajapaksa, he was moved late last night itself. And that is one of the reasons also what we understand. Several of the protesters, now what we're looking at on ground is that the number of protesters have outnumbered the police and the army at the moment. So in the crisis hit Sri Lanka, so we see there is a backlash that's been happening at the moment. So several people have barged into the president's house at the moment. They have breached several barricades, and we see the situation has spiraled out of control. But what we do know at the moment from a highly placed source is that Gotabaya Rajapaksa, he has fled from that particular spot, and there are several of the family members, especially Rajapaksa's family members, in the last 2 days, they have left from the country to France, is the information that we are gathering at the moment. In fact, huge crowds have already poured into the capital, Colombo. This is something which several of the protesters have been planning for weeks together for the demonstration, and the latest expression of the unrest has sparked the country's unprecedented economic crisis.